What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, January 1st, 2025. Wow, Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year's. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 877,351. TikTok next block. Wow. This year has gone by so fast. I don't know about you, but it just went crazy. And I wanted to show you guys something, not to brag, but I set a goal last year in December of 2023 that I was going to make a video once a day or one video every single day. And I did that. I'm very, very proud of that. Now, my channel didn't grow that much because of things that I did, my mistakes, because I used to blame YouTube and the algos and everything else. But, I'm not really, I wasn't a YouTuber, right? And so I'm going to step my game up this year. And I told you in 2025 and become the best YouTube version of myself that I can. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. And it's not just New Year's resolutions, because obviously most of us here are Bitcoiners and we think in 4 year cycles. But again, this next 12 months or 52,500 blocks, uh, I want to do better. I really do. And I want you guys to do better too. So I want to queue up a video I watched yesterday from Patrick Bet David show. And he absolutely hit me hard last night, man. I was out door dashing last night and I was working, and, you know, most people were partying and stuff like that. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so it's pretty surreal to be here. And again, this is why I have this picture here, which I may explain later. And I'm working and stuff, and people, fireworks are going off and people are partying. And I was working, and I just happened to run across this video, and I wanted to watch some of it with you and play it and hopefully inspire you. So let's take a look at this.
Say this part. Let me just say this part.
Let's finish that.
The only point I'm trying to make to you, folks, 2002, December 31st, I'm in Universal Studios, City Walk. My friend and I go get an In-N-Out burger, and we got water with lemon and sweet and low. That's how you make cheap lemonade. We're in the car. We're both 200 pounds, so we can both eat. We're both 220 plus. Cut it in half. I take a bite. He takes a bite. Ryan Seacrest is doing the countdown. While he's doing the countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, there is no excitement at all. It's 12:01. Cars parked like this. Do we go to Saddle Ranch or do we not go to Saddle Ranch? That's what we're debating.
Which is the bar in
Which
LA.
is the bar
for
to
people
go
who
and do
don't
all
know.
that stuff. So we're there. And I'm thinking to myself, there is nothing to look forward to about 2003. Nothing. I have nothing to look forward to. We go walk around, get back in the car. I said, I'm going home. Go back home, go to the office first thing in the morning. Dropped so many habits. Told my friends, I'm not going to the clubs anymore. I'm not going to party anymore. I was done. And the obsession became about creating new habits. I was in so much debt. I was in a relationship. I couldn't afford to take the girl out to freaking McDonald's. That's how broke I was. I had no money. So we'd go to Blockbuster to come home, watch movies because I don't have money to go to the movies. Cost $40 every time we go out.
Can anyone relate, by the way? Because I can. Sometimes we get stuck in the mud and we get down. You know what I mean? Can't do anything, don't have a lot of money, don't have anything to look forward to. I think all of us, if not most of us, can relate to that because we've all been through that. If we're not going through that right now.
This is your moment. For you, tonight, yesterday, I went late at night to Barnes & Noble. We're the last guys at Barnes & Noble. We bought 50 magazines. I bought the Michael stuff and all the what do you call it? The sticker and all the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm invited to a nice party tonight, New Year's Eve. It's a party that's a $100,000 ticket party by a guy that you guys know that I'm invited to the party. Tom knows what party it is. We talked about it. I'm not going to the party. I told the guys, listen, thank you for the invitation. I appreciate you. We do our annual vision board with the kids. Trust me, I'd like to go there because I want to be around some of those guys. But there's nobody I want to be more around than my 4 little ones and my family tonight to write out the vision board for 2025. There's something very exciting when you sit there and change habits and you work on yourself and the people around you. You improve. Everybody is the beneficiary of you making better choices for yourself. And all these conversations we're having, homelessness, debt, politics, division, divisiveness, who we see as villains, who we demonize, spirit of envy can destroy you. Because if you can't celebrate other people's successes, deep down inside, you're envious of it. It can't happen for you. Envy just shuts down the dream machine for you. If you're upset about somebody else winning, like when any of the guys we compete with, they get a big contract, I'm so happy for them. I'm like, freaking awesome. It's exciting. You got to celebrate it. But these are things that we got to change the way we're wired.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in not being a hater of other people. You got to celebrate because, again, like you said, if you're not celebrating someone that you love or somebody you're really close with, that means you're just jealous and you think that you can't do it. And that's the crab in the barrel mentality. You don't want to have that. But he said something very interesting there. He said he dropped his bad habits. That's what we have to do, guys. We all have different habits. For those of you that don't know, I was in the military for a few years. And I was in the Navy and a lot of people, drank alcohol and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying this to brag, but I have never sipped alcohol in my life. I've never tasted it. And people are like, "Oh my God, Jerry, you got so much discipline and blah 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 blah." In the past, because I'm speaking to my new self today in 2025. In the past, I didn't have a lot of discipline. I used to eat a lot of bad foods, drinking a lot of sodas. That's what caused my health not to be the best, and also to be overweight because I'm overweight right now. So I don't want to make this thing a New Year's resolution. I want to make this a lifestyle change, and this is my personal stuff. But I'm definitely not drinking sodas. Because I have this thing where if I have something like salty or fat or something like that, like a burger or fries or chicken and fries or something, like I always want a soda with it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna stop that. That's my soda is equivalent of drinking. But yeah, he just buckled in, Patrick Bet David, and he said, I'm not gonna be down on myself. I'm not gonna be doing all this stupid stuff. And this is why I'm playing this video because we gotta get in focused and get rid of these bad habits.
If we want life to change. And I hope you make that decision tonight. And I hope you make that decision with what you do tonight. Maybe instead of going out there acting a fool tonight, like many of us used to 20 some years ago, maybe tonight some of you guys are going to have your Universal City Walk moment. And for some of you, money's not the issue. You just got to work on being a better father, better husband, better man. Maybe for you, it's just about you don't have a wife, you don't have a husband, you want to build a family. Where are you looking for them? Where are you at? Who are you talking to? What things are you doing? The best service we used to go to every year was Christmas Eve. No service like it. Um, so maybe some of these stories we're discussing could be your form of inspiration to say, man, I'm so sick and tired of being in credit card debt. Why are you? Let's go through it. How can I improve myself? Make that decision. Because one thing's for sure with my life, you're one decision away from changing. You are one decision away from changing. It's a decision away. You're one decision away from changing your life. And for those of you that are crazy enough to watch us on New Year's Day, like not New Year's Day, what is this?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. It's not Eve, but December 31st. You have some issues, but you have good issues.
The good issue.
You have the good types of issues. But
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Like last night, like I told you, I was door dashing last night. I was working and thinking about my family and my future. I could have been out at the party. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, you guys can do that too. Most of you guys that are watching this, if not all you guys, I'm guessing you probably don't watch a lot of TV and stuff like that, and you're focused on your journey of learning and opening up your mind and getting better and stacking sats and understanding the world better. And that's what I want to do. I want to help you guys do that. Not only get smarter, get better, but help you along with your future. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of my goals here on YouTube and everything else, and then I want to give you some predictions. So again, I'm very proud of myself to making those videos last year. But again, I didn't put thumbnails up. I wasn't putting the keywords in the thing at the bottom, and not doing all the things that YouTubers should do. So I'm going to do that this year. Excuse me, this year. So my first big goal is I want to hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Now, if you look at my subscriber account as of this recording, I'm at 1,578 subscribers. And I've been doing YouTube since September 20th, 2020. So I've been doing YouTube for 4 years and 3 months. So what's that? 48, 51 months. And it took me 51 months to get 1,578 subscribers. And the only reason I got those, it wasn't because I'm this good YouTuber, it's because a lot of people shouted me out. And yeah, I was consistent and I said some things people liked. But um, you know, I've been on some people's platforms that people that are YouTubers that have recognized me, and I've gotten subscribers off of that. But I've definitely struggled with the algorithms and things that I say and stuff like that. So I have to be mindful of those things. I have to do the things it takes to hit that lofty goal. I remember, I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger said it, that if you're not scared of your goals, then they're not big enough. And this is a goal that I'm scared of because I could have said 10,000, and that even for me that would be a lot because it took me 51 months to get 1578. So to me to get to 10,000 in 12 months, that's still a lot. But that didn't scare me. So I'm going to go for 100,000 subscribers this year. Also, I want to quit DoorDash. So if I have 100,000 subscribers or however many I have, I want to focus on making income on the internet, sitting here, learning as much as I can and passing it on to you guys and giving you guys value for sats. Because that's what I do DoorDash for. I dash for sats. Another one I want to do, and this is gonna be tough. Not tougher than 100,000 subscribers, but I want to merge Bitcoin and politics together. And the reason being is because they are merged together, right? I always say this, and I said this last night: Bitcoin is political, and politics is Bitcoin, right? Because in the future, I'll give you an example. Like you got Trump, doing his thing. Let me get off this for a second. You got Trump doing his thing, um, with the SBR and talk about Bitcoin and stuff. And the reason why we hit 100,000 guys because Donald Trump in the summer went to the Libertarian convention and talked about Bitcoin. Then he also, in between there, talked about Bitcoin. And then he went to the Bitcoin conference and talked about Bitcoin. And his sons are, and his people on his staff are. And once he won the election, we hit up to 100,000 price, right? We got 100,000 K Bitcoin. And that's because of Donald Trump, guys. Whether you want to admit that or not, you may not like him, but that's why. And the only reason we're going to go up to these high numbers that I'm going to talk about later in my predictions, if we do, is because of Trump. If Kamala Harris would have won, it wouldn't have happened. This would be a completely different situation, not only for Bitcoin, but for our lives. So that's one thing. The other thing is in the future, these politicians are not going to be able to survive and get elected if they're anti Bitcoin. They're just not. So they're going to be talking about if we think Bitcoin is going to do what it's going to do, there's going to be a lot of regulations in between there. A lot of laws and bills are going to be passed that are going to be for or against Bitcoin. And I want you guys to understand who are the good players and the bad players. And that's why I'm going to merge them. Now, I'm going to separate videos. I'm going to make some political videos. I'll make some Bitcoin videos, and then I may merge some too. But my goal is to merge them because again, both of them are so important. I'm not saying a politician, even Donald Trump, is going to save you, but what I am saying is, with Bitcoin merged in there, both of them together are going to be very important. Another personal goal of mine is I want to become more familiar with Nostr and Zapstream, get on there more, and then also I want to do a dual show on Rumble as well. Now, a lot of people might think, "Oh, Rumble's nothing," and this, that, and the third, and Nostr is just this thing. If we want to get Bitcoin to where it needs to go and fight for our freedoms, because again, mandate freedom. I'm Jerry Loves Freedom. You can put your name in there. We all love freedom, right? Again, I don't love freedom because I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin because I love freedom. Same thing with the country. Same thing with Donald Trump. All that stuff, right? But these three things, Nostr, Zapstream, Rumble, stuff like that, are going to be part of the ecosystem that is outside of the mainstream. And they may become mainstream soon. And I want to do that and help out and like George says, live in the future. So I want to grow those things. And I have a lot of personal goals too, but so that's what I wanted to remind you guys of, to have some goals this year, not New Year's resolutions, some life-changing goals for 2025. That's a cool number, 2025. This is the start of a whole new generation of our president, a brand new cycle of, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's doing all these things over $100,000 and may hit a big number, maybe hit a million this cycle. Who knows? But with that being said, let's get into a couple of predictions I have. First prediction is politically prediction. I think Donald Trump in this 4-year period, I'm going to talk about the 4 years. I think Donald Trump is going to, uh, I think he is going to make America great again. I really do. I think he's going to pass the SBR. I think we're going to buy more than 1 million Bitcoin in these 4 years. I really believe that because the plan was to get over the next 5 years, 200,000 Bitcoin a year to get 1 million. I think once he passes that SBR and it gets passed in the Congress, um, I think they're going to buy more. I really do. Once they, because every single month and year that goes by, they understand more what Bitcoin is, and you see these other countries buying. Again, the UAE allegedly has 300 to 500,000 Bitcoin, and I don't see Donald Trump being second to anybody. I really don't. So I predict they're going to do. Donald Trump's going to do some great things in these next 4 years for our country. Close the border, get the um, migrants out of here, lower crime. I think inflation is going to lower down too. Maybe not short term, but over the 4 years, I think he is. I think he's going to make us more fuel um, sufficient, meaning we're not, depending on anybody else. I think he's going to do that. Now, the Bitcoin price for the last one. If there is no SBR, and I'm wrong about that, I think Bitcoin will go between 250,000 to 350,000, just based on the old charts and everything else it's going to do. I think it will hit at the minimum 250,000 and at the high 350. Now, if the SBR gets passed, not only is the United States going to be buying Bitcoin, but also other countries are going to be doing it too, and it's going to be an arms race. So I'm predicting 750K Bitcoin at the minimum to 1.1 million Bitcoin at the most for 2025 if the SPR passes. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think I'm crazy? And remember, guys, focus on your goals. You make some predictions, makes yourself better, and things like that. And I really, really appreciate you guys being here. And in order for me to hit these goals that I have, I need you guys' help. Obviously, watching, hitting the like button, but the most important thing is sharing the videos to your social medias and stuff like that. And I really, really appreciate it. So, but we love this money. We really do. 2025 is here. We got a whole new year, and to help people and understand that this is the only way. I mean, the only way to defeat inflation and pay off our debt. It just is, and this is why I'm going to make the BNN, the Bitcoin News, Bitcoin Numbers and News series, and Satoshi Saturdays and everything else. Because again, this thing right here, and you guys know this, it's the best way to save, and for me, the only way to save, and that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.